KDKAradio.com app. Friday Night Light lives on KDKA Radio.
No, that's at the bottom. I got worse. That works. I'm working. Oh, good.
I mean, look, is it streaming? Yeah.
Over here. I came prepared. That's right. Hey, that's my blanket. You can use out there, but if you want to sit over here.
Did you delete the other? I can do it. Yeah, you can delete the other one because you're home.
Football from Thomas Jefferson High School as the Jaguars host the Oilers here in the 4A semifinal state playoff game, and the state championship appearance is on the line. And Phil Chernak sits down with the head coach of the Jaguars.
He's already there, so they'll probably grab the nice thing.
Gino, you bastard. To get in and out of the stadium quickly.
Mason Plumlee, 3 years, $25 million.
For who? Denver.
Pistons.
Oh.
Check, baby. 1, 2, 3. What up, dog? We got 7 minutes. So why don't you make this a 3-banger and then we'll go from there. How are we doing on commercials? Okay. Good deal. After this. After this. Good evening and welcome to Thomas Jefferson High School. History on the line this evening for Dan York's undefeated, fifth-ranked, three-time District 10 champion Oil City Oilers as they take on the defending 4A state champion Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. It is PIAA Championship football on Mix 96 Fox Sports Radio and ILoveMix96.com, presented by Titusville Area Hospital. Joe Ludnowski and Trey Staunch alongside as we get ready for this one. And of course, Trey, in your high school career, you had a couple of bites at the Western Final. I'm old enough to remember that you could actually call this the Western Final. It's not just whatever. But, morale is important. And you and I were talking, and I mentioned it with Tim. I think the opening moments is going to be really important because when you're the defending state champs and a multiple state champion, program with Bill Chirpak has created here, 9 District 7 championships, the most of anyone in District 7 history. And if it wasn't for Cathedral Prep, there'd probably be more state championship banners here. This is a program that expects to win, not hopes to win. Oil City can't be complacent and just be happy to be here.
Exactly, and you couldn't have said it any better. For Oil City, you got to want to be here in this type of situation. You got to be able to, capitalize on the big things because the team across from you, TJ, they've been in this situation before and they've been in this, type of environment and they know how to react when things aren't going their way. So, like you said, I think the first couple minutes of this game is you're going to get a real good feel of how Oil City is playing.
Now, I will be very curious to see as to what the deal is going to be with Oil City. The reason I say that is Dan York led us to believe that there was going to be a lot of injuries. Now, I don't know if he's trying to play a little cat and mouse with Bill Chirpak, but in my semi-professional opinion, it looked as if Holden Stahl was warming up as the starter. Now, obviously that's really important, but what that also does is that allows Dakota Cole to play wide receiver, and JT Stallman appeared to be warming up as he was going to be good to go. So it's not only the fact that you would be out your starting quarterback, we at least on the ride down here thought there was a good chance you're going to be out your starting quarterback and your 2 starting wide receivers.
And especially on the offense side, but also on the defensive side, all 3 playing. We talked about Holden Stahl being the last couple games has just been a great impact player on the defensive end, but also with Stallman as well. With him on the outside, with Holden Stahl being able to throw the football like he can, I understand, they like to pound the rock and line up, can you stop us? But they can get sneaky sometimes and dump it over the top.
Now, his numbers are ridiculous. He's averaging 30 yards of completion, and half of them have gone for touchdowns. I don't know how many kids in America have thrown for 1,100 yards yards on only 60 attempts. He's 38 of 60 for 13 touchdowns. That's just a hair over 30 yards per completion. I wanted to ask you this because as we're 60 seconds away from the Komatsu Mining Corporation opening kickoff, but here's the question. Can you risk playing hold and stall at safety? Now, Dan York went for it 4th and 2 last week to win the game, but my question is, and this is kind of a double-edged sword, can you risk playing him on defense, or can you risk not playing him on defense?
To be honest with you, I think it's how he's feeling. He's the only one that kind of know how he's feeling and what he can be able to do. And I know Dan York would love to have him on both sides of the football, as he's been a spectacular player for them all season long. But Thomas Jefferson knows how to put up points, and they're going to need him on the offensive side of the football.
Yeah,
as well.
they do, and Oil City no stranger to putting up points, but they are going to need their A game this evening. The 3-time defending District 10 champion, the defending state champion, Thomas Jefferson in Oil City. Dakota Cole ready to kick it away. It is the Komatsu Mining Corporation opening kickoff. Ian Hansen, Preston Zandier, and Connor Murga back deep. And I believe that is Murga. By the way, I feel like Dave Hildebrand all of a sudden. These uniforms are not optimal. But either way, here we go. Cole, hand in the air, ball in the air. The Komatsu Mining Corporation opening kickoff is underway. Fielded on the far side, across the 25, across the 30. And Zandier is going to be run out about the 30. See where they spot 30. Where they saying he's out? Okay, there we go. 36-yard line, 37-yard line. I thought the line judge was going to mark it on the other side of the 35. Get some clarification. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. TJ working left to right as we see it. Miller, Hansen, and Zandier, the wide receivers. Murga, the tailback. Eckley, the fullback. Out of the eye, Jake Pugh. Flips it out in the flat, out here near side. That is Hansen, gets across the 45, stiff arm to the face of Cole. The TJ faithful looking for a horse collar, but either way, it's going to be a nice gain on 1st down, and it will be, in fact, a 1st down. So the first play is good for a Clifford's Carpets 1st down, ball near hash now.
You see TJ coming right out of the gate. Jake Pugh not afraid to sling it. They're going to test these DBs of Oil City early.
That was one of the things we issued. 2 wide receivers far side. Pugh under center, flips it in the flat. Fegley nearly gets a hand on it as Stallman comes up, misses a tackle across the 35, still on the move. And that is going to be another Clifford's Carpets 1st down. And that is Hansen again. 2 plays, 2 catches. And just like that, down to the 28-yard line.
That's the biggest thing for Oil City, a missed tackle. You had him for a minimum of 5-6-yard gain. As you can see, Hansen's very athletic. If he gets an open space, he's able to make you miss and make a play.
Hansen's got wheels. Ball far hash. Hansen in the slot. Pugh turns and gives to Murga over the right side. He's still spinning. He's going to be very close to the 20. They're going to say he's out at the 21-yard line, make it a gain of 7. Opening drive here for Thomas Jefferson as they are on the move, and this Oil City defense is on their heels.
Yeah, it's all going to be, how's it going to be up front? The line of scrimmage is going to be who's going to win this football game.
Wide receiver each way, under center's Pugh. Murga dots the eye. Pugh drops back, flips it out in the flat. He's got his guy. Cuts back inside the 10, 5. Touchdown, 21 yards. And I believe, I apologize. These uniforms are awful. Do you ever know? I can't tell.
I thought it was Zandier.
Yeah, They should have told us when we were coming here that bringing binoculars would be required. So the PAT try after the opening drive finds the end zone. 6-0, 10:44. Sella's kick is up, and Sella's kick is good. 7-0 TJ, 10:44 to go in the first. It's championship football presented by Titusville Area Hospital. Wow. Dude, these uniforms are awful.
Was it Zandier?
I don't know. I couldn't read the numbers on the far side for $100 million.
Huh?
I couldn't read their numbers on the far side. They're awful.
63 yards in 4 plays. 22nd team pass of the year from Jake Pugh. With Preston Zandier, his 19
So it's Zandier, 21-yard touchdown reception. Oil City, that kick's fielded by Stallman at his own 8. Tries to bounce it outside. Good kick coverage by the Jags. He's going to be spun down at the 19-yard line. That's where the Oilers will take over. 63 yards in a pretty short amount of time. Just 10:36 now remaining in the opening stanza. 7-0.
Yeah, this is a big drive for Oil City right here. You got punched in the mouth to start the game. How are you going to respond? And that's kind of going to be the feel for this game. Is if TJ knows how to put up points, but is Oil City able to capitalize and regroup and be able to put together a nice drive?
Well, they can run the ball, and Oil City is up in the box, and they're just putting those kids out there on an island.
Yep.
So Sean Stack behind Kiefer. Stahl under center. That gives to Stack over the right side. Across the 25. Tripped up. Good run over the right side by Stack. See where the ball is spotted. That will be good enough for Clifford's Carpet's first down.
Yeah, nice job by the big fellas up front for Oil City. That's going to be a major key for them here on the offensive side of the football. Can they dominate the line of scrimmage to give Stack and Holden Stahl, time to react and make a play?
Sometimes your best defense is offense, and keeping that TJ offense on the far sideline might not be bad. Near side. Now ball turn and give to Stack, and he is going to get out to the 33-yard line. Give him 3 on the carry, this time going over the left side.
Hey, I can tell you, Dan York is not mad about it. If he can get 3 to 4 yards a pop or running the football, he will definitely take the time down as much as he wants, as long as he capitalizes.
Yeah, one way to not give up 42 points would be to not yield 6 possessions. So, second down and 7. I think down a distance is more important than ever. With TJ, 2 wide receivers far side.
Holden
Stahl. And tried to run the triple option, and I think it came out. You're right, he pulled it, and it was blown up. Coming off the edge that time, number 33 was the guy that made the play, and that would be Jordan Mayer. Really did a nice job. The mesh point blown up as Stahl tried to pull it to kind of reevaluate the situation. Mayer came unaccounted for. So after a couple of positive plays, the Oilers, costly turnover. Turn it over deep at the row and then turn it over at the 30. And that's where TJ will take over.
Yeah, I know this is kind of early in the game, but this is kind of a gut check time now for Oil City's defense.
Now they go sidecar right. Marga, 2 wide receivers each way. Pugh out of the gun, flips it out of the flat. Fegley nearly got a hand on it. The pass intended for Ian Hansen, and that ball harmlessly gets to the turf. But if we've seen anything from this TJ passing game, it would
they're not doing anything special.
I mean, it would reflect their awful respect for that Oil City pass rush.
Yeah.
I mean, that ball is out in a hurry.
It is, and as you can see, Pugh is just catching it and throwing, and he's letting his playmakers make a play for themselves.
Second down and 10, 9:27 to go in the opening quarter. Joe Lednowski alongside Trey Staunch. It's PIAA Championship Football presented by Titusville Hospital. 1 by 1 each way, now under center and out of the eye. The turn and to give to Merg over the left side, and he's going to get across the 25 down to the 20. Actually, that might have been Van Bieber. I think that's Van Bieber in there, number 3. So it's going to be a gain of 8, brings up 3rd down and 2 at the 22-yard line. TJ already out in front, 7-0, 9 minutes to go in the first quarter.
And the way TJ's offense is moving the ball, this is definitely 4 down territory for them.
And they're getting That might have been one of their shorter plays from scrimmage. Obviously the incompletion. Now out of the eye. Turn, give to Murga. He's gonna get it. Not by much, but he will get it, and that will be a Clifford's Carpets first down in our first trip into the Donovan and Bauer Auto Group red zone. Oil City with their backs up against the wall and gave up a quick scoring drive and then a turnover.
Yeah, that defensive line right now has got to find a way to get some pressure and just get some push up front so your secondary and your middle linebackers can shoot through a hole and make a play.
So clock continues to roll. 8:32, 7-0 TJ out in front. The winner advances to the 4A state title game. Pugh now sidecar right, sends a man in motion. He retreats. That's Zandier. The give is to Van Bibber and nowhere to go. Nice job by Mario Fontanazza.
Yeah, nice job by Fontanazza, just being able to get some push like we talked about a little bit earlier. That's going to be a huge key for them to be able to get pressure on Pugh and make them make bad decisions.
And that is going to be actually a tackle for loss. That's back to the 20-yard line. Clock continues to roll. 7:53 in the opening stanza. TJ recovered a Holdenstall fumble at the 30. They marched right down the field on their opening possession. And now Oil City trying to get off the field here as they're backed up in their own end. Out of the eye, under center's Pugh, and offsides is going to be Owen Meyer, the right tackle. So down and distance becomes an issue here for TJ, although their yards per play has been very impressive. But it will be second down at 16, back to the 25-yard line.
And this is kind of where Oil City has to take advantage of TJ's miscues. A little false start. They were inside the 20. Now they're backed up to the 25. Oil City's got to be able to stay tough and try to get a turnover on downs here.
Fegley, Fontanazza, DeGroat, and that's Angros along that defensive front. I was just going to say, I've not seen Holdenstall, but he is in the back end of that defense. I don't believe he was out there on the opening possession. Pugh back to pass, looks to his left, ball's in the air, there's a flag on the ground. Stallman in coverage, Zandier, the intended target, incomplete, but there is a flag in the tackle box. I would imagine that penalty will be declined.
Holding against TJ. Hash marks at the 27-yard line.
Yep.
So good push by the big fellas up front. And we talked about the last 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. They've gotten up off the mat. I mean, this is a huge series of events here.
Yeah, it really is. And this is kind of, I know it's early in the game with 7 minutes to go, but if you can hold TJ just to no score at all, you're in business here.
Trey, how's this for respect for Jake Sala? They took the penalty.
Oh, wow. I mean, they know they can move the football.
Well, they know they can kick a field goal, too. Even if they get off the field, second down at 28, all the way back to the 37. Out of the gun is Pugh. Rolls to his right. Yeager on the backside to drag, and it's completed at the 20, and that's going to be a Jaguars touchdown. 37 yards. Yeager flushed him, and Pugh was able to keep his eyes downfield.
And it was just a nice route by the Jaguars. He come across the field, and with Holdenstall kind of being a little iffy, he couldn't run him down.
It looked as if they ran some vertical routes and the drag behind it, and wide open. 37-yard pitch and catch. And that is also good. 14-0, 7-14 to go in the first quarter. Oil City's turnover haunts them. They trail TJ. It's PIAA Championship Football presented by Titus Area Hospital. Dude, I don't know what to do.
I need some binoculars.
I don't know. These are... Zandier. Zandier's second touchdown goes for 37 yards and a 14-0 lead. Dakota Cole fields the ensuing kickoff at his own 10-yard line. Across the 20, stutter step, and not going to be much more than that, maybe the 22. 7:07 to go in the first, 14-0 out in front of TJ. Or I should say TJ out in front, and Oil City, I mean, I hate to say it, Trey, but it feels like without a sustained drive here and able to move the football, could get late early.
Yeah, it could get out of reach here early. If that's the thing. Oil City on that first drive, they had some very good positive plays to begin the drive. Just one little miscue on a fumble, and TJ took advantage of it.
So Stack is in the backfield, ball far hash, Stallman near side, tight end to the far side of the formation. Toss to Stack, and he's submarined coming off the edge. Again, a big play by that TJ defense, and that is McLean Flynn. Unaccounted for, they ran the pitch back to the field and just chopped him down, a 2-yard loss on the play.
Yeah, Flynn read that play perfectly. He was screaming downfield early, and there's not much Stack could do as he was already in the backfield when he caught the football.
Yeah, to get that kind of penetration, very difficult to have a lead blocker on a toss play. Yeah. Give Flynn all the credit in the world. Made a heck of a play there. 6:30 on a rolling first quarter clock. Stall under center, rolls to his right, looks to go up top, pressure, and down goes Holden Stall all the way back at the 11-yard line.
And that's the thing with TJ knowing Oil City wants to run the football. They're going to pack the box as well. As you see, it looked like TJ brought some pressure, and Oil City just didn't have enough bodies to block.
Yeah, that's the only problem with an offense that is so run-heavy, is that you just don't have enough dudes to go to a 3 and 4 wide set to create any spacing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If he had some time, he definitely had Dakota Cole wide open for an easy 8-yard gain.
All right, 2 near side ball far hash, Stall under center. Fullback gives to Kiefer, just trying to get some breathing room and nowhere to go, as he is just swallowed by that TJ defensive line. Brian and Leber, a couple of the first to get there, and here comes a punt. And who will do the punting? Stahl had been doing some of the punting. Back deep is Damian Covett, a freshman. That's not exactly the optimal spot to put that young man in. 5-12. Snap back to Covett, kicks it away, good kick. And it's going to be fielded at the 40. Dakota Cole with great kick coverage, and he's going to wrestle him down right there. And a good coverage on the kick. And that's going to be a return of nothing. Good special teams there by the Oilers. But again, 40, they just need, if nothing else, a couple of first downs to flip the field here.
Yeah, and that's the thing. TJ's been on the Oil City side of the field this whole first quarter, and we're back here again. I know it's 14-0, but Oil City's got to find a way to slow this offense down, or it could be over early.
A couple of turnover, do something to get things going. Out of the eye, wide receivers each way, turns and gives to Murgo, and he's going to go the distance. 10-5, touchdown, and Connor Murgo goes 40 yards, and the Oil City Oilers are stunned.
Yeah, this is just not a great start for Oil City, as Murgo I don't think anybody touched him until he got to the secondary, and you got to give credit to TJ's offensive line. They're making a push, and they're making Oil City's D-line just not look existent at all.
Yeah, Nick Trainer, the center, did a nice seal block to allow him to cut back on the inside, but just nowhere to go. And there's an unsportsmanlike penalties on both TJ and Oil City. Down 20-0, 4:50. So Murga goes 40 yards. Zandier's got 2 touchdown receptions, 21 and 37 yards. So the unsportsmanlike will offset. 4:50 to go here in the first quarter. Sean Stack got a Clifford's Carpets first down on the first play from scrimmage for Oil City, but it has been downhill after that.
Yeah, that's kind of the only positive offense they've had in their first 3 drives.
So, here we go. Sal's PAT is up and good. 21-0. TJ out in front and looking really good. The defending 4A state champs looking to return to Hershey. It's PIAA Championship football presented by Titusville Area Hospital.
Having Cam Russell could help right now.
Also buys gold, silver, platinum, and coin. 257 buy-sell trade. Proud supporter of Toys for Tots and the Oilers. Route 257 on the Seneca Hill.
Need a part for your chainsaw? Come in to Bayless Fuel and see a wide variety of chainsaw blades, bars, oils, and parts for professional and non-professional application. Bayless also carries bar and chain oil, marking paint, chaps, and logger helmets. Bayless Fuel has a wide selection of products for all the loggers out there, from skidder chains to wedge gloves. Come see us at 202 South Brown Street in Titusville. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Saturdays, 8:30 to noon. Bayless Fuel is more than just fuel. 202 South Brown Street in Titusville.
Now, back to the action. The first quarter action is brought to you by Franklin Service and Supply.
Back here at Thomas Jefferson, the South Hills of Pittsburgh, and certainly the Oilers find themselves in a spot that they have not been at any point this season, down 21-0, and I just shell-shocked. I mean, we knew how good TJ was going to be. Oil City's certainly not done themselves any favors in field position. You know, even if you don't always have to score a touchdown for it to be a successful possession. A couple of first downs, flip the field. You know, don't get, you know.
It's kind of all about momentum at this point. Is it right now? TJ has all the momentum, and for Oil City to get back in this, there's a lot of football left. I mean, we still got 3 quarters to go, and for Oil City, if you can sustain a nice drive right here, take this to the second quarter. You take all 4 minutes off, but you can get inside TJ territory. I mean, that's a positive right there. Even if you don't put it together and score, at least you flip the field on, like you said.
Yeah, the Oilers, they need something to go in their favor. Will this be it? As Andy Graham ready to kick it away, Sean Stack and Dakota Cole switch sides. They are back.
By the way, the Bergen touchdown run was 11th rushing touchdown.
So Graham, as we wait, there we go, the right-footed kicker, toe to leather, good kick, driving kick. Stack's going to take it about his 8-yard line. Across the 15, tries to find some real estate out across the 20, and going to be very close to the 25-yard line. Say officially at the 24. No, they are going to give it the 25, so it will be a new set of downs, and the Oil City Oilers try to piece something together here.
And I know Dan York's been doing this for a long time, and there's not many 2 games he's been down 21-0 here in the first quarter, so I know he's probably a little shell-shocked himself, but he kind of knew going in he had some guys banged up, but that's no excuse. You're here now, you're playing the football game, you got to dig deep, and if you want a trip to Hershey, you got to want it.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, is that there's plenty of time, as you mentioned, but can you make a play?
Yeah.
And, you can't win the game. You're not going to make all 21 up here, but here we go. Stack takes the toss, and again, nowhere to go as he is buried by a whole host. Isaac Eckley, the linebacker, one of the first guys to get there, and it's going to be a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, right now the Jaguars are flying to the football right now. As they know, Oil City wants to run the football, and they're going to pack the box. But Oil City, you've known this was coming. You've done this all season long. It's really nothing new to you. You just got to man up and be able to, push your man in the rack.
Yeah, but obviously this week, guys are pushing back a little differently than they have in weeks. Stahl under center to go play action. Wants to go up top looking for Stallman. I was just going to ask you, is this an opportunity here? Not the optimal field position to take a shot, but even there, still double coverage. The safety able to close. Stallman the intended target, and the Oilers face 3rd down and 12 now from their own 23-yard line.
Yeah, it's starting to look like TJ is, has a lot of faith in their front four, the front five, with their middle linebackers to be able to just hold Oil City up front and have containment, and they're just letting their DBs and safeties take the receivers if they see them coming out.
So the Oilers, 3rd down and 12, just one Clifford's Carpets first down. And usually if you say that, at the 3:56 mark of the first, that's not bad because they scored a couple of touchdowns.
Right.
But that has not been the case this evening. Fullback give to Kiefer over the right side. He's going to get 25, maybe to 26. And it's going to be a 3-yard gain, bring up 4th and 9. And another Oiler punt, I assume. And Damian Covett on to punt it away for the second time. .319 and rolling. Oil City down 21-0. High step over the head, and he has no choice but to fall on it. And bad to worse in a hurry. TJ will take over inside the 15 at the 13-yard line, and the Oilers cannot get out of their own way.
There's a flag over on the front.
I think, though, it's going to be a... Well, the ball is still spotted, so I don't think it's going to matter.
Yeah, false start.
That's the one rule that I don't like, is that the penalty there always benefits the defense.
Yeah.
Because there's no free play in high school, so I don't like that. Because if they would have scored a touchdown, it wouldn't have counted.
Exactly. Right.
I don't like that rule. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Oil City desperately needs to make a play down 21-0. 3:13 to go in the first, and a false start. And I believe that's going to be on the right tackle, Meyer, again.
And this is just a spot. Oil City's backed up against the wall right now. Can they be able to hold their own? I mean, if you can hold them to 3, that's a plus.
And, if you're Dan York, to a certain extent, you got to be a snake oil salesman. You got to be screaming at your guys, hold to a field goal.
Yeah.
We're only down 3 possessions because we don't kick field. We go for 2 all the time.
Yeah.
So, we hold a field goal. We're only down 3 possessions. Now, we may know that that's going to be a bigger ask, but they just need a win at some point here.
Just to flip some momentum their way.
Heavy formation, one near side. Turn, give, and Van Beaver is going to be down about the 10. So that's going to be a gain of 7 over the left side. It picks up the penalty yards plus some.
TJ right now is kind of getting anything they want. Every play is looking 4 to 7 yards a chunk, and Oil City's got to be able to find a way to slow it down.
Yeah, Oil City, 2:45 on a rolling clock, down 21-0 here in the first quarter. Zandier split near side. It looks like Bill Chopak's going to take a timeout. We will too. 2:34 to go in the opening quarter. 21-0. It's all Jags here. It's PIAA Championship Football presented by Titusville Area Hospital.
Students are headed back to school and their teams are taking to the field. From here in Venango County to our locations around the globe, Komatsu employees support the communities where we live, work, and play through volunteerism, community partnerships, and educational support. Best of luck to all student athletes from our 400 employees here in Venango County. We support your determination as you realize your potential. At Komatsu, possibilities become progress. Learn more at mining.komatsu. Titusville Area Hospital can get you back in the game after an injury. In the starting lineup, Dr. Michael Dvorkin, with over 30 years of experience specializing in general orthopedics and sports medicine. The next All-Stars on our team, the highly skilled therapist of Titusville Area Hospital Physical Therapy. Together, this team will improve your mobility, strength, and get you off the bench and back in the game. For more information about Titusville Area Hospital services, call 814-827-1851 or visit TitusvilleHospital.org.
Zandier up top. Hanson down below, out of the ISP. They go up top to Zandier. Touchdown, TJ.
And, I mean, you can understand why YSU's looking at him. The kid's just an athlete, and excuse me, Pugh just put it right on the money.
10-yard pitch and catch from Pugh to Zandier. He's got a hat trick with 2:30 to go in the first quarter. I think, obviously, at most, this is a TJ team last year that blew out Prep.
Yeah.
And they lost a lot to do that. But, you look at it, and I don't know, with the success that Oil City has had, as Salah's on for the extra point, and it's up, and also good. You sort of say this tongue-in-cheek, but some of the scores that Oil City scored, I don't know how much sympathy there is in District 10 and 4A, but the Oil City, Oilers, they got themselves in quite the quandary here, down 28-0, 2:30 to go in the opening quarter. It's PIAA Championship Football presented by Titusville Area Hospital.
They have been punched in the mouth and have yet to respond by Thomas Jefferson.
Oil City minus about 10 yards total offense. A fumble lost, a bad center pass on Hudson. TJ, other than the penalties, doing everything just about as well as you can.
Andy Graham's line drive kick, and that's going to go out of bounds, and that's, quite frankly, about the best thing that's happened to Oil City thus far, as their field position will be at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, this is, let's just see if Oil City can get something going here. In the last 3 possessions, they haven't been able to do nothing since the first play when Stack took it for 10 yards.
Yeah, they have put themselves behind it. But, you gotta dig deep here, and you certainly, for a lot of these kids, this is going to be the last game they ever play. And, I know it's really easy to want to mail it in, but, you're going to have to live with this forever. I mean, dig deep and, just go play. And we talked about how important the opening moments would be and how good this TJ team is. And, this has been a compound of errors. Stahl tosses the Stack, looks for some real estate. He's going to be set at the 38-yard line. Gain of 3 on first down.
Yeah, nice job by Stack to put his foot in the ground and get vertical. And against his TJ team, they're flying downhill. You got to be able to pick up positive yardage and put your foot in the ground and pick up 4 yards.
This is where you really miss a guy like Braden Crocker. That tight end who's so physical and nasty as a blocker.
Yeah.
And that to me, I think, was a really, really significant loss just from scheme. Ball far hash, lone wide receivers Cole near side, and offside. It's going to go against Oil City. And I believe it was Stack, the tailback, that jumped early, kind of rocked forward, and that's going to bring up second down and 11.
Yeah, just little miscues like this when you're down 4 scores already. You just can't have it on Oil City. I know Dan York is definitely not pleased with this.
Yeah, certainly it's really, really tough opportunities here. And can they make a play? I mean, that's what it boils down to. Can you go out and make a play and just sort of try to turn the tide a little bit?
That's all you got to do is this game is about momentum, and right now TJ has all the momentum, but if you can switch that with one play.
I stand corrected. That's Isaiah Wise, I believe, who's handling the punting. And Stack nowhere to go. He does get across the 35 to the 36-yard line. No, I'm sorry. I was correct. That is Cubbett. So third down and 9. Oil City got a first down on their first play from scrimmage.
And after that, it's kind of been just set in stone. Haven't been able to get much going.
They have not been able to move the football. And they find themselves up against it here again. 3rd down and 9, 56 seconds to go. Ball far hash, wide receivers each way. They're going to slant to Cole, catches it at the 40-42, and that's going to be a gain of 6. I think if you're Dan York, you're obviously down 4 scores. You're going here.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, that was a nice job by Cole just to be able to hang on to that as there was some traffic in between. And it looks like Dan York's going to set out the punting unit, try to actually flip the field right now on TJ. This will be the first time they have the football in their own territory.
Yeah, that is, I was correct. That is Isaiah Wise that's doing the kicking. So Miller on the stop, 4th and 3, and they will have to run a play here. 2-second differential. Wise back to him, punts it away. Good kick, and you're going to be angled. And again, good kick coverage by Cole as it was picked up by Hansen, and he shoved out of bounds at the 26-yard line. So finally, somebody on that side of the 50, and you know what? That's the end of the quarter. We're going back to that same side of the field. It is PIAA Championship Football presented by Titusville Area Hospital.
Jefferson dominating in every way. 28-0 on the scoreboard. 63 pass for 167.
All right, second quarter action. And TJ, as we flip the field up 28-0. So far, play of the game. It's Isaiah Wise's punt as he is able to get TJ back in their own end.
I mean, at this point, Ohio City, you just got to be able to dig deep. How much more can you take? I mean, for you seniors, I mean, this is kind of it for you, unless you can, put together a nice comeback here in the next 3 quarters.
TJ is really good, and they certainly don't need your help. Yeah, I mean, Oil City's done some things that have done more harm than good on their offensive end. Zandier's already got 3 touchdowns, 28-0. He split to the near side, out of the eye. Pugh's under center, ball far hash. Turns and gives to Murga's over the 35-40. Ball does come out, but he's going to be ruled out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
Murga just kind of picking up where he left off here in the first quarter, being able to get 8 to 9 yards a pop, and TJ's on the move again,
17-yard gain, and a Clifford's Carpets first down. So Murga, I mean, that's the thing, is Zandier's got a couple of touchdown catches, but Murga's been able to get him on the ground as well. Now Murga's sidecar right. Zandier by himself at the top of the screen. Ball far hash, 3 to the near side. Pugh drops back. Once it all goes up top. He's got Hansen in the slot. Completed at the 20. Oshbacher's going to ride him down just shy. He's going to get him down at the 2. But not before a 55-yard pitch and catch. And first and goal from the Donovan Bauer Auto Group red zone. Now to our left.
Yeah, nice job by Pugh, just putting some air underneath that and let Henson running underneath it. And you can see the speed of Henson. I know he's only 5'7", but the man can fly. He's able to get by his defender, and now they're back in business here at the 2.
Yeah, well-thrown ball by Pugh. Stands only 5'10" behind that offensive line, but a good throw. First and goal at the 2. 11:23 rolling clock. Murga dots the eye over the left side, and he's in for 2 yards out. 38 4-0, 11-17 to go till the Claypack Trucking Company halftime show. And TJ is really good and looking, well, I know there's still plenty of football to play, but looking like they're going to punch their ticket to a second straight PIAA state championship game.
Yeah, as you can see, TJ has the firepower, and they don't need much time to put points on the boards. It took them 47 seconds.
And their lone loss of the year coming to McKeesport. We beat Aliquippa in one of the great District 7 championship games of all time. Probably only the Central Catholic Gateway game with Cam Sadler in the return. Probably that would be the only game that I can think of. But all Jaguars here at their home field, up 35-0, 11-17 till halftime. It's PIAA Championship football presented by Titusville Area Hospital.
Short field, long field, intermediate length. The Jags have covered the distance on all the lines. That one's 73 yards and 3 plays for a 64-yard pass play. Get Hanson set up. A lot of the younger Thomas Jefferson Jaguar touchdown.
All right. Andy Graham on to kick it away one more time. Stack and Cole. Cole driving back. And inside he retreated inside the goal line, gets across the 15-16, and that is where the Oil City Oilers, he sort of caught it he probably would have been wiser, Trey, just to let that go.
Yeah, you could have given a little touchback and at least get you to the 20 or 35. I'm not kind of sure what he was doing.
Well, he was kind of in no man's land because it was obviously a good kick by Graham, but he probably had the real estate just to let it bounce and go into the end zone, because it's not in high school. As soon as that ball breaks the plane, the ball's dead. So, but he took himself into the end zone. That's why he had to come out. 16-yard line is where the Oilers will take over. Holden Stahl splits out Stallman to his right, and it is drop back. Wants to go up top. He wants to go to Cole far sideline, and he's run off his route, and that was a good piece of boxing out, and the field judge throws the flag. I don't think you can defend quite that well, because it literally was body and Cole, didn't allow a path to the football, so that's going to be pass interference against TJ.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Cole coming back to the football, making that defender, he gave him the contact to draw that flag, and that was a nice job by him.
So down 35-0, Oil City gets their first break, if you would. 11:05 till halftime. They go up top. Cole, the intended target. Just can't box him out when the ball's in the air, and that's a pretty easy call. That's at the 31-yard line after the 15-yard penalty.
He has a right to be there. The receiver doesn't have a right to come back to the defender and try to get through.
So Stack dots the I. Tight formation. One wide receiver near side ball near hash. Toss to Stack. Gets a block. He's out across the 30. And, that's the difference, Trey. It looks like you got a step. Yeah. But the pursuit on the backside is so quick.
Yeah, and TJ's they're very well coached. And as you can see, as soon as that ball is pitched, their secondary is moving. And you saw Stack put his foot in the ground and try to get upfield, but we thought he was going to have a bigger gain than he actually did.
Yeah, just 2 yards, made the initial guy miss, and then it's a host of black jerseys with numbers that you can't read to tackle him. Near side wide receiver, ball far hash. They want Stallman, and Stallman cut it in, and Stahl threw it out. And that's going to go incomplete, brings up 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, that was just a nice job by Van Bieber, just holding his own. It looked like Stallman just kind of ran into him. There's not much he could have done.
Yeah, I don't know if Stallman ran the wrong route or Stahl threw the wrong route, but they were not on the same page. So, 10-26, 3rd and 8 from their own 33-yard line. Cole split near side. Fegley in at wingback on the near side. Ball far hash. Stack dots the eye. Stahl under center. Tosh the Stack, and he gets across the 35. 40. Still on his feet, and he's going to carry him all the way out to the 45-yard line. That will be a Clifford's Carpets first down for Sean Stack. A good hard run, and the Oilers have a new set of downs at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, nice job by Stack using that second effort to get the first down. I know when he first made official contact, it was very close, but that second effort, being able to get them out to the 45 was a nice play by him.
Stack runs behind his pads and drags would-be tacklers. He runs hard-nosed downhill back, doesn't dance a whole heck of a lot. Now, turn gives Stack. Cuts it back, and he's going to get across midfield down to the 49-yard line, making a gain of 6. And the Oilers cross midfield for the first time this evening. They're down 35-0, 9:42 on a rolling clock. Don't forget, Tim Shaw and the Claypeck Trucking Company halftime show coming up. Of course, the other thing, Trey, is if they don't get points on the board, they're going to, very likely it's going to be a running second half clock.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So, he's going to get late. This is a big spot in the ball game. Stahl drops back, wants Cole on the near sideline, and that ball is underthrown a bit. Well defended, stride for stride is Van Bieber. And Cole is looking for a flag, and I'm going to keep looking because that was pretty good coverage.
Yeah, it was. And I kind of got to give credit to Cole. He kind of turned into a DB there as Van Bieber was there to make a play, and nice job by Cole for not to him to get it.
Now we've got a flag on the sideline and somebody on the staff for Oil City, and now 3rd and 4 is going to become 3rd down and 19.
And little mistakes like that. You can't have that. You're down this big right now. You got some momentum moving the football. Now this just puts a damper into your drive.
And of course, something was said. There was a sideline warning. That was something that was said. And I have no idea who said it, but that to me is a very interesting hill to die on because in my opinion, I don't think that was anywhere close to pass interference.
And I agree. I think Cole kind of thought there was. He saw him as soon as he hit the ground. He was still talking to the ref, and I think it continued as he walked down the sideline.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a coach or Cole. I don't know who it was, but either way, it's going to be 3rd down and 19, and a huge penalty for the Oilers. Back to the 36-yard line, 3rd down and 9, and I think Dan York's going to take a timeout. And we will too. 3rd down and 19 when we come back, 9:13 till half. It's all TJ, 35-0. It's PIAA Championship Football presented by Titusville Area Hospital.
When making your next vehicle purchase, you have many choices. What kind of vehicle do you want to buy? What color? What equipment? But just as all the choices are important, your choice of a dealership you do business with can have a lasting impact. That's why at Donovan and Bauer Auto Group, we try to do things a bit differently, giving you a no-hassle, friendly visit anytime you stop for sales or service on your favorite Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and certified pre-owned models. So when you have the time, we invite you to find new roads. Visit us on Route 8 North in Titusville or online at DonovanBauer.com. Lowry Auto Body, not just body work, your A to Z complete car care center. Alignment, brake work, exhaust inspection, oil change, shocks, struts, and tune-ups. There's nothing we can't fix. Lowry Auto Body is your AAA approved repair facility. And don't forget about 24-hour towing. We'll be there when you need us. To make an appointment, call 432-3050. That's Lowry Auto Body. Trusted professional since, well, before your dad got his license.
9:13 till halftime. Oil City down 35-0. Joe Ledowski alongside Trey Staunch. Stahl under center. Rolls out. Throwback. He's got it to Stack, and Stack is going to be covered up there. Great job by the backside of that TJ defense, staying at home. They tried the throwback screen on 3rd down and a mile, and nowhere to go.
Yeah, it looked like Flynn was out there, keeping his role and keeping that pursuit. The whole offensive line for Oil City was out there, and he had blockers in front of him, but Flynn was able to squeak through and make a play.
Yeah, so Dan York dives into his bag of tricks, and it's going to be an Isaiah Wise punt again. And now, clock continuing to roll. 30-yard line, 4th down and 25, and Wise, a high kick, a short kick, and that lands at the 43 and jumps backwards all the way back to the 37-yard line. And TJ is going to have excellent field position again.
Yeah, I mean, that ball just went straight up in the air and came down and took a TJ bounce, and I don't think Oil City had a clue where it was till it hit the ground.
Yeah, there were some guys that were down there in kick coverage, and it bounced behind him. I mean, they had no idea where it was. So, the Oilers 35-0 on the wrong side of this one. 8:17 till halftime. Pugh flips out in the flat to Hansen. He's got it to 30, 25, 20. Still on his feet down to the 15-yard line. Another 22-yard pitch and catch to the slender slot man, but the kid knows what to do with it when the ball's in his hand.
Yeah, he does, and that was a nice job by TJ. I like the little route combo they had there, a little vertical and out, and Henson came right behind it with a slant, and Pugh put it right on the money for him.
So 7:54. Donovan Bauer out of group red zone. We go again down to the 14-yard line. Out of the gun is Pugh. Sidecar right, 2 wide receivers each way. Ball near hash. This time, intercepted. Sean Stack at the 5. He's on the move. 25, 30, 40, 45, 50 down the far sideline and right out of bounds. Nice job by Sean Stack sitting on the route, reading the eyes of Pugh, and Sean Stack with a huge interception and a great return. Picked it off at the 5 all the way back to the Jaguars' 43-yard line. A return of, 53 yards.
Yeah, and that was just a nice job by Stack, being able to flip the momentum right here, right now for Oil City. I know you're still down 35-0, but this has kind of been your positive play and the big moment you kind of been looking for. And hopefully, we're here with this drive, they'll be able to put some points on the board.
They just need something to go their way. So Stahl leads him out, ball far hash. Ashbacher's in at tailback. Kiefer picks up a block. They want Stallman. A pass breakup again. And that is Van Bieber, who is really a good-looking corner. They've tried to go at him up top. 6 foot, 175-pound senior with another breakup.
Yeah, he's, as you've seen, Stahl is kind of going after him a little bit, but I think he's kind of going to go another way as Van Bieber's been playing some excellent defense these last couple drives.
Well, I have a sneaky suspicion, Trey. Van Bieber's just simply the corner.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they split out to the far side with that one by empty look. I doubt Bieber's going to stay here by himself. Second down and 10 at the 43 after the Stack interception. The toss to Ashbacher. And he's going to lose back to the 46-yard line. Ashbacher trying to get outside. And this TJ defense, it's not... I don't think that's the best course of attack, is to try to beat them from sideline to sideline.
Yeah, they definitely know how to fly to the football, and they have a nose for the football. As you could see, Van Bieber again was at that corner position and made the running back cut back inside of where all his help was, and you could see the backside pursuit for TJ. It's very, very good.
So here we are again, third down and a mile. Nope, I am stand corrected. Van Bieber stays over here. So 2 on the other side. Blitz. Stahl, heavy pressure, giving chase. He's going to have to throw it away, and that, as Stahl is slow to get up, Zandier gave chase. Cole, the only receiver
think there's a flag.
Is it going to be late hit or intentional grounding? Because Cole was in the vicinity.
Right. Yeah.
I'll disagree. I mean, there was a wide receiver with it. I don't know what the comfort, but there was that. I disagree with that one. Intentional grounding is the call, but Cole was working back to his quarterback.
Yeah, I'm very questioned about that. I don't understand how far has he got to be? I mean, we threw it out of bounds. Cole was at least 5 yards.
Cole was inside the hashes. And coming back. But Isaiah Wise is going to be on the punted away again. 4th and 28, 35-0. And Wise, the kick on the run is taken by, I believe that's Hansen. And there is a flag on the play. And way away. As we wait, I mean that literally the flag is 40 yards away from where the ball was.
Again, Hansen took it and was going that way.
Holding on Oil City. Holding during the.
That's
holding during the return on the kicking team is a new one for me. I've been doing this a while. I don't.
It's going to be on Cole as well. Cole's usually the one pursuing the football.
Yeah, and like I said, it was 40 yards away. The ball was on the other side of the field, and I just wondered that was some hand fighting that carried on down the field. So either way, another penalty against Oil City and TJ. Like they need the field position, they have it at the Oiler 37-yard line, 35-0, 6:20 till halftime. Pugh under center. Murga dots the I. Wide receiver near side, 2 to the far side. Ball far hash. Murga gets it over the right side. Ahead of steam across the 30. And that's going to be very close to a Clifford's Carpets first down, maybe a yard shy.
Yeah, nice job. Murga is just a powerful runner. And as you can see, as soon as he makes contact, he's still getting 3, almost 6 yards of yards after contact for this team. And he's kind of been doing it here the whole first half.
Yeah, Murga, he is a junior. But this, Tim mentioned they lost a lot, but Rex Miller, Hansen, Zandier, Lautner, the tight end, left guard, center, right guard, and the quarterback, Pugh, are all seniors on the offensive side of the ball. So
as you can see, they've played well together, and they know how to win.
And they lost a lot from that team last year, but obviously when you blow people out, you get a lot of reps as an underclassman. They're over the right side across the 20, picks up the block downfield, and he's going to be run out of bounds by Cole inside the 10, maybe the 9. Gain a 19, 1st and goal, 5:25.
Yeah, it was just a nice job by TJ. Brought Zandier just in motion and got the Oil City defense to ship. A little counter play, brought it back to the right side, and Murga was another 19-yard gain.
Yeah, they're getting chunks.
Jags just chewing it up. Or mentioned earlier where the 2 11-yard runs.
So the Oilers here, 1st and goal now from the 9, backs up against the wall yet again. Men in motion, ball far hash, Pugh under center, out of the eye they go. The gives to Murga over the right side, tries to cut it back. He's going to move it down. I believe they're going to give him the 1. That's going to be getting 8. Murga has been as good as Zandier in this passing game with Hansen and Pugh obviously throwing it. They've been getting whatever they want on the ground as well.
Yeah, and I think Murga kind of gets overshadowed by the Pugh and Zandier just because how effective they are in the throwing game. And as you can see, Murga's no Stifler. He's able to put his foot in the ground, and he's going to run you over. You can't tackle this guy, arm tackle this kid.
2nd and goal from the 1. Murga. He's going to get it, and he's going to go in. 1-yard run. It's 41-0. 4:42 till halftime. Oil City is really They've not done themselves any favors, and this TJ squad is really good.
Yeah, and I understand Braden Crocker, is a huge loss on this defense, but like you said, this offense is very powerful with a lot of weapons, and having him out there would be helpful. But right now, it's all TJ.
Yeah, the Jags able to get pretty much whatever they want, whenever they want, wherever they want. As Salah's kick is up, and that kick is good. 4:42 to halftime. It's all TJ, 42-0. It's PIAA Championship football presented by Titus Sawyer Hospital.
Incorporated of Franklin has got you covered. Well, maybe not you, but certainly your walls. Offering interior and exterior painting, wall coverings, vinyl siding installation, drywall and plaster repair, plus pressure cleaning and lot line striping. For a free estimate, call Cravat Painting and Services Incorporated at 437-7577. Let Cravat Painting and Services Incorporated give you a fresh look. The Franklin Elks Lodge number 110 is proud to sponsor high school athletics, Elks Hoop Shoot and Soccer Shootout, as well as the Franklin Elks Tip-Off Basketball Tournament. In addition, the Franklin Elks Lodge number 110 has donated $150,000 to local charities in the past year and awarded over $38,000 in scholarships. The Franklin Elks Lodge number 110 proud to support high school athletics in the oil region. WKQWFM, Oil City. Success mix of music. Mix 96. Mix 96, WKQWFM, Oil City. Fox Sports Radio 1120, WKQW, Oil City. And 104.1, W281CA, Oil City.
Well, the Oil City Oilers find themselves in a really tough spot here again.
The Oil City Oilers find themselves in a really tough spot, down 42 with 4:42 till halftime, and they've not been able to really, quite frankly, even when they found success, they can't get out of their own way.
They can, and there's been a lot of miscues on their side of the football. I understand punting it right now. They're not flipping the field against TJ, and offensively, they really haven't been able to get anything going. You saw Stack had a nice 53-yard interception return, but 3-and-out penalties, it really hasn't gone their way at all.
Yeah, it has not, and we'll find out. 4:42 till halftime. Stack and Cole back. Andy Graham to kick it off again. And Cole has it at the 5. Tries to bounce it outside. He's going to get to 20, and that's going to be it. 15-yard return.
It just looks on every kickoff return that Oil City's had, it just looks like every time Cole or Stack get the football, they're waiting for their blockers right in front of them to move and actually get a push to go.
Yeah,
it's just hurting them.
There's no doubt it almost looks rugby scrummish.
Yeah.
Where I think obviously you're not gonna score 1-on-9, but they just need to go find a way to get on a guy at a level that will allow him to get up to speed. It's really hard to make anybody miss going half speed, and that kind of is the problem. So, ball near Hash. Ashbacher is going to get it on the toss, and he's going nowhere.
I mean, Fagley, as soon as Fagley...
Well, I mean, he's not going to block two guys either.
It was tough. As soon as he went to the left and was looking to kick somebody out, somebody already shot through the gap, and Fagley had no chance to even give Ashbacher
he had two choices. Both were the wrong answer because the other guy was gonna wrap up Ashbacher as well. So 4:09, the clock continues to roll. So the Oilers here now, second down at 15. Stall to throw. He's got Cole at the 20, maybe the 21, and if that is a targeting call, that is huge. And that is going to be on Van Bibber. If that is in fact, that was immediately thrown. I disagree with it, but it was thrown instantly.
Yeah,
they're going to call him leading the crown of his helmet. Yep.
Wow.
I don't like it, but unfortunately, by the letter of the law, I think that's probably the right call. I don't like it, but it's. I mean, the line judge didn't even flinch.
As soon as he hit him,
he reached and threw the flag, and they're trying to get leading with the crown of your helmet out, and that's exactly what he did, and that's a tough spot.
It is, and it's not like Van Bibber was coming down to deliver a huge hit. That's how he was. That's how he was positioned, and that's how it went.
Yeah, and Cole, for all intents and purposes, was probably down.
Yeah, honestly.
He was probably down. So now Ashbacher out of the eye, try to counter to him, and nowhere to go.
That TJ front line is really just dominating on that left side, and it's kind of the turntables right now, as we've seen all season. Oil City been doing that to other teams. Right now, they're kind of getting the taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, Oil City has played bully ball all year long, and now they find themselves on the wrong end of it. And the Oilers, 2nd and 11, clock continues to roll. 35-yard line, down 42-0. Tim Shaw with the Claypack Trucking Company halftime show. And a timeout will be taken. I believe it's going to be TJ taking the timeout. Oh, it's an equipment timeout. Okay, there we go. All right, we're ready to go. The umpire stopped it. It was one of the TJ linebackers needed some assistance. All right, 2nd and 11. Stahl drops back. He wants Cole. Heavy pressure again in his face. And this one, if the last one was intentional grounding, this one's going to be 2.
It doesn't look like it is. I kind of don't see the difference from what it was the first time.
Yeah, I mean, at least the last time Cole was working back to the ball. This time Cole was working on a vertical route, and the ball was probably a lot closer on the previous play, or the previous intentional grounding, than that one was. 3rd down and 11, either way. 2:37 till halftime. It's all TJ here in the first half. 42-0. Jaguars, the defending 4A state champs. Stahl under center. Heavy pressure again. The blitz, and he is going to be buried at the 25-yard line. Loss of 10 on the play, and that'll bring Isaiah Wise out to punt it away again.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for Stahl because he did have some time to begin it, and he had a wide-open receiver, but Kiefer just kind of whiffed on the block on the blitzing linebacker, and Stahl gingerly limping off right now.
Well, and the thing is they set such a strong edge, and Stahl's athletic enough usually to run away from that blitzer, but there was nowhere to go because the contain was there.
His way to the Oil City sideline.
And that would be a huge loss for Oil City if Stahl is not be able to play on the offensive side of the football.
Line drive kick by Wise. Ball fielded at midfield. 45, that's Hansen. He's going to be spun down about the 35-yard line. Good kick coverage by Cam Crocker, the big fella, getting down there. But again, excellent field position for TJ. Already out in front, 42-0. We're still 1:45 till halftime.
Yeah, the field position has definitely not been a problem for TJ here in the first half, and kind of Oil City not helping themselves out by putting themselves in that position. You're putting, a freshman or a punter out there who hasn't done it much all season. Stahl has been able to be doing the punting and the special teams, and it's kind of bitten them here in the first half for Oil City.
So the Oilers limping into the locker room here, or just trying to get to the locker room. Van Bibber on the carry. Wasn't he the one that was ejected for targeting?
Oh, yeah. Wait.
Wasn't Van Bibber the one that was ejected for targeting?
There's no ejection.
Oh, there's no ejection in high school football, we're told. Timeout on the field. 42-0. 1:26 to go till halftime. PIAA Championship Football presented by Titusville Area Hospital.
Under neighbors in need of concrete work, they call BP Masonry, 814-671-5632. When the neighbor lady down the street needed a retaining wall, she called BP Masonry. When the guy at work got the outside stone fireplace his wife had always wanted, he called BP Masonry. When I needed a new sidewalk and a new wall in my old basement, I called BP Masonry in Franklin. For all your brick, block, stone, and concrete needs, fancy to necessary, call BP Masonry, 671-5632.
It's one of the best-kept secrets in all the land. What's that? The 800 area rugs in stock at Clifford's Carpet, East 1st Street in Oil City, South Side. 800 in stock. Braided rugs, contemporary rugs, Persian-style rugs, bound area rugs, you name it, they got it. Over 800 in stock. Feel it, you touch it, you like it, you take it home. It's a destination. No big box store can match the selection that Clifford's Carpets has in stock. 800 area rugs in stock. Clifford's Carpet, Oil City, South Side.
Play fake rolls right. Has two men crossing. He's going to keep it himself. Runs inside the 30 and steps out of bounds.
All right, back to action, and Pugh rolls to his right. It's going to be shoved out of bounds by Seth Yeager, but not before. He's going to be pretty close. It was 3rd and 8.
7-yard.
Looks like a 7-yard pickup for Pugh.
Yeah, it's going to be, just see where they marked it. I think he's going to be about a half a yard shy.
Yeah, that was a nice job. Coming out of a timeout, especially just Pugh, a little fake action. There was one running back to the other and didn't see anything he liked and used his athleticism, and his feet to make a play.
All right, 3rd and short here. Under the center, gives over the right side. Van Bibber, he's across the 15, and going to be chopped down at about the 11.
Yeah, just what's so impressive about this TJ running backs is Murga and Van Bibber, they are not afraid to lower their shoulder and deliver a blow. As Van Bibber, he was going for Cole's head, and at that point, Cole was smart enough to go for the knees and just get him down.
60 seconds till halftime. They spotted at the 12. Out of the I man in motion. Van Bibber in the backfield. He's going to get over the right side. Ahead of Steve across the 10. 5 touchdown. 12-yard touchdown run for Van Bibber. It's 48-0 with 46 seconds till halftime, and TJ is looking really good.
Yeah, that offensive line right now is very dominant up front. As I've said it earlier, I'll say it again. They're giving Oil City a taste of their own medicine, and Van Bibber and Murga have kind of been able to do whatever they wanted and be able to pick up whatever they wanted.
Bill Cherpak has built a dynasty here in District 7, and they're just flexing one more time. So on, and he is perfect as well. 49-0, 46 seconds till halftime. It is PIAA Championship Football presented by Titusville Area Hospital.
Touchdowns, 3 receptions by Preston Zandier in the end zone, 3 rushing touchdowns for Connor Berga, 12-yard run, moments ago for Deron Van Bibber, Thomas Jefferson, Jaguar. Van Bibber's 5th rushing touchdown.
All right, 46 seconds to go till halftime. Cole and I believe that's Ashbacher back. Zandier's been spectacular. Murga and Van Bibber have not disappointed. Pugh has been good. But give credit to this TJ front 7 as there's been nothing all night long. Cole driving back to his 3. Again, waiting to get a block, and he's just...
There's just no room for him to pick up some speed.
No room, and he's going to maybe get to 16. Depending on the forward progress. And that's the thing is... That's the problem is that, Cole has been by far and away the superior athlete. And they find themselves really up against it when they just can't out-athlete you in the kick game. I mean, I know the wedge is illegal, but they have to get to the next level and allow him to hit it with some speed.
Yeah, we've seen it. TJ's kicked off plenty of times tonight, and every time we see it, just Oil City's defenders in front of Cole has just not been able to get a push at all, and are not giving him any. All you got to do is get in front of somebody. If you can get Cole with his athleticism and speed, if just get in front of a guy, he can make a play for you.
He's like a Lamborghini trying to return it in second gear. Cole back in at quarterback. I should say Cole in at quarterback. The toss to Stack, and he's going to get almost to 21. And I wonder if Stahl's night is done. He's still got his helmet on, but he limped off, and Oil City, that will probably be the final play of the half. And while they're coming out, and they get the play off to toss to Stack. Stack tries to get something going there, and that's going to be the final play of the first half. A 1-yard gain for Stack, 49-0. TJ out in front of Oil City. It's PIAA Championship Football presented by Titusville. Coming up on the other side of the break, it's the Claypack Trucking Company halftime show with the man, the myth, the legend. It is Tim Shaw. Jesus. I knew they were going to lose.
Sheesh.
Thank you.
While you're here, see our selection of new and pre-owned merchandise, including new jewelry. 257 Buy-Sell Trade also buys gold, silver, platinum, and coin. 257 Buy-Sell Trade. Proud supporter of Toys for Tots and the Oilers. Route 257 on the Seneca Hill. Hey, Julie, I need to visit Nesta Builder Supply. Where are they located?
It's Nesta Builder Supply, Dave, and they're on the Dam Hill.
Right. Wait, what did you say?
Nesta Builder Supply is on the Dam Hill, above the Nesta Dam. They have 2 showrooms for anything home improvement. They have this awesome website, INestaBuilders.us. You can buy online.
Thanks. I'm heading to Nesta Builders on the Dam Hill.
Nesta Builder Supply, family-owned and operated since 1958 in Nesta and Chippenville.
Community Connect Federal Credit Union is here for you. In a world of uncertainty, isn't it nice to know some things haven't changed? Like Community Connect's commitment to their members and community. We are here to help you save, plan, invest, grow, and sometimes move forward into new opportunities or adventures. Community Connect FCU has many options available, and becoming a member is pretty easy. Stop in, call, or visit our website at communityconnectfcu.com and click Join to get started. Community Connect Federal Credit Union, 1050 East Spring Street, Titusville.
Lowry Auto Body, not just body work, your A to Z complete car care center. Alignment, brake work, exhaust inspections, oil change, shocks, struts, and tune-ups. There's nothing we can't fix. Lowry Auto Body is your AAA approved repair facility. And don't forget about 24-hour towing. We'll be there when you need us. To make an appointment, call 432-3050. That's Lowry Auto Body. Trusted professional since, well, before your dad got his license.
Need something to get you out of a sloppy mess? Cooperstown Sand and Gravel has the material and skill to help almost any driveway. A tip to maintaining a solid driveway is to have crushed, washed gravel, limestone, or sandstone tailgated along it. Cooperstown Sand and Gravel has the materials you need with different delivery options to get the job done. They have triaxles that can haul up to 22 tons and small trucks that can haul up to 5 tons. Call today for a free estimate. 374-4412. Cooperstown Sand and Gravel, a division of Shipper Excavating.
Nobody really wants braces, but fortunately, Kenzer Orthodontics has the technology for a well-kept secret. Yes, just between you, the patient, and the friendly staff at Kenzer Orthodontics with products like Invisalign and Invisible Brace. Kenzer Orthodontics has 2 locations, 2219 Allegheny Avenue in Reno and 15 South 2nd Street in Clarion. They also offer a free initial exam and a free ride to and from school. Let's keep your braces a secret. Call Kenzer Orthodontics today, 676-5690.
Northwestern Pennsylvania seeks legal counsel from the most trusted name in law, Dale Woodard Gent McFate Law Firm. The attorneys of Dale Woodard Gent McFate Law Firm are experienced, flexible, and centered around the best interests of their clients in regards to accidents, personal injury, wills, estates, real estate, contracts and business matters, divorce proceedings, and custody cases. Weekend and evening appointments available. The team at Dale Woodard Jet McFate is a team you can count on. For an appointment, call 432-2181. Dale Woodard Jet McFate Law Firm, serving northwestern Pennsylvania since 1930.
Friends, family, and community. Here at Franklin Eagles Area 328, located at 1205 Buffalo Street in Franklin, we're the people helping people. Over the past 12 months, we've donated over $130,000 to local charities. We're huge supporters of all area volunteer fire departments, as well as elementary, middle, and high school. It's people like you that make this possible. Come join the Eagles today to see for yourself. That's Franklin Eagles Area number 328.
The Claybeck Trucking Company halftime show with Jim Shaw starts now.
It's the halftime report delivered by Claybeck Trucking Company. Tim Shaw at the Twilight Broadcasting Sports Desk, and the halftime score in this 4A football semifinal is Thomas Jefferson 49 and Oil City nothing. We'll recap the scoring in just a little bit. First, your out-of-town scoreboard, powered by Snyder Electric.
watching Jaguars open tonight's performance with this month's popular hit by Funk Disco Group Heatwave.
second floor comfort gallery for reclining sofas, sectionals, and recliners in fabric. Extra features like lip recliners, power recliners, and power adjustable headrests. Get the comfort, quality, and style you want at honest, everyday value prices. Anderson Furniture, 225 13th Street, downtown Franklin. Your home, your style, your store.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Mike Dill is your State Farm agent in Franklin.
State Farm and Mike Dill would love the opportunity to show you what kind of savings State Farm can bring you with your auto, home, and life insurance. If you're lucky, he might even do that discount double check thing.
For an appointment, call 437-1100 to see what State Farm can do for you, or visit the Mike Dill Agency at 1252 Liberty Street in downtown Franklin.
At Griffin Phillips Ford in Seneca, there's never been a better time to save on your favorite Ford models. In fact, right now, you can get financing as low as 0% on Ford's Edge, Explorer, or Escape. That means your low payments will be right in the sweet spot. Plus, many Griffin Phillips Ford customers are looking for exciting deals on pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. The best selection is right here. Most of them are local trades and many with low mileage. Your friends may think you're driving a new vehicle. Griffin Phillips Ford has a pre-owned vehicle to fit any budget. So, what are you waiting for? Price, selection, and the best service anywhere in the area. And remember, if you prefer not to come into the showroom, we can bring the vehicle of your choice to you and even appraise your trade while we're there. Griffin Phillips Ford follows all CDC guidelines to provide a clean and safe environment for our valued customers. Making car buying easy. It's what we do at Griffin Phillips Ford in Seneca and GriffinPhillipsFord.com. That's GriffinPhillipsFord.com.
Third quarter action is brought to you by...
Welcome back. It is PIAA Championship Football live from Thomas Jefferson. Joe Ludnowski alongside Trey Staunch. And Trey, we've seen a lot of these games. It's just not been Oil City.
Not this way.
Not this way. And again, you got to tip your cap to TJ. I mean, obviously they've come out and they're a really, really good team. And the one thing that I think that's really hard to do is, you can't outrun an Avalanche.
Yeah.
And they caught themselves and they put themselves in. And I'm not saying that it would be a tie game or what, but when you give up that quick score and then you have that immediate turnover.
Yeah.
And, it's a really difficult thing to get out from underneath of, and that's where they find themselves down 49-0.
It has been. And the momentum has definitely not switched their way one bit this whole entire game, besides Stack's interception return. But like you said, they got down early. That quick score, the fumble, but then a botched punt snap. TJ gets inside the 15. And the trickle-down effect of just going bad to worse is what has happened here in the first half of Oil City, and they just haven't been able to overcome and execute.
And the numbers are staggering. I think Oil City has, negative yard or a yard, like 300. But what also Oil City has a ton of is penalty yards. So even when they have put themselves in a position to succeed and start getting the train, rolling down the tracks, they do something to stop it.
It's just the little miscues, penalties, a holding call, a fumble, a turnover, just a missed block. It's just those little things. When you get down early, you can't have little miscues and mistakes like they have, and this is the hole they find themselves in.
And now the question will be Holden Stahl be the quarterback, as he did not pilot that last drive. Andy Graham, the Komatsu Mining Corporation second half kickoff, and we're underway from the South Hills. Ashbacher at his 10. With a head of steam across the 20, across the 25, and out to the 30, by far and away the best return of the night.
Yeah, and you saw right there the Oil City defenders coming back. You hear them say, go, you got to take off. And they did a nice job of just getting in front of a guy, and Ashbacher was able to make a guy miss, and they have good field position here at the 30.
All right, so the Oilers, at this point, honestly, you're playing for pride, and I think you gotta look at this last 24 minutes, and obviously the clock will roll. It can't be It can't be all of it. It's got to be the sort of culmination. But again, unless you're winning the trophy at the end of the year, everybody loses their last game. Stall on the inside give. That's Kiefer. He's going to get out to the 32-yard line. But what I mean is that this is historic. I guess luckily for TJ, this is what they like to call November, because they do they seem to do this every year. But Oil City is they got to a place that no other team had gotten from and gotten to, and they played some pretty good football, and they beat everybody on the schedule in front of them until this point. I mean, they've won 32 of the last 35 games they've played.
Yeah,
so I mean,
you can't even be mad about that, because look how far you've come. You seniors have stuck together, and look at the history you've made here at Oil City, a small town from Erie, PA. You're playing in the Final Four right now.
Yeah.
You just got to be proud of it.
Stall goes up top, and it's going to be overthrown, nearly intercepted, as Stall looked like he could not get that plant foot down, and that ball went sailing on him. Stallman, the intended target. I'm sorry, that was Cole, the intended target. 3rd down and 8.
Like I was saying, like Hanson right there, a wide receiver, that's kind of, I was kind of stunned to see him drop that. But going back to you got to realize, Oil City, look how well you've done in a program Dan York has put together right now. Is you like you said, you won 33 of the last 35 games. You just ran into a team who's been here before and knows how to win football games. You just met a better team.
Yeah, and they are certainly a good football team. Stall, quick slant to Stallman, got him at the 40, and a big stick.
Oh, and he fumbled.
Did he catch it? Yeah, they're saying he did. I mean, he took a big hit from Hanson. That was so bang. Did he catch that? I don't think so. Although there's a flag on the play.
Right.
Is that going to be for targeting? It looked like it was hit up top, but I didn't think Stallman ever caught it.
I mean, it was so bang.
Yeah,
Maybe had a half a step.
I don't know. And of course, he got popped, and there is a flag out.
He got two.
I mean, Hanson came in and laid the wood. I mean, I'm really impressed with this kid. But again, there's a flag there, and this is the second time we've seen a targeting call.
We see targeting again. I don't think I've ever seen it in a high school game until today.
Yeah, this is twice. This is twice, and I believe that's going to be the call. Now the question is this up top an ejectable offense? Because apparently it's sort of like the face mask. It's kind of on purpose and then really on purpose. I guess we're now waiting, and that's probably what the conversation is. But it's got to be with college, Trey. I mean, that would be unfortunate because Hanson has played such a great game.
Yeah, he's such a big part of their offense.
39.
Personal foul. So it's a 15-yard spot foul penalty.
Spearing. Okay, that's
again. We don't. So we do. I couldn't tell you how many games in the last. Now it seems that as you well know from your Edinburgh playing days, it seems like in the Division II ranks, there's at least one targeting a game. And it's always the great debate as to whether it's actually targeting or not. But we've seen two here. And Oil City's going to get a Clifford's Carpets first down as a result.
And like we hear, they're on TJ's side of the 50. Can they execute? We saw in the first half was really not be able to get anything going. And now, like you said, we're playing for pride. You're down 49-0. How much more can you take? Put some pride on the line and put some points on the board.
Yeah, let's see what they do here. They've got it now to their 47-yard line. Stall under center. Clock rolling at 10 minutes. Stack dots the I. Stack's going to get it on the pitch. Gets a nice block by Kiefer. Stack tries to get outside, and the pursuit again. Just can't get to the edge.
I mean, Hanson came down from that safety position just screaming downhill, and I thought Stack was able to get the edge, but Hanson took a great angle, and like you said, it's another 2-3 yard loss.
It's going to be a loss of 2 back to the 49-yard line. And Oil City just cannot get up to speed, and give credit where credit's due. This TJ team's damn good.
Yeah.
And Oil City now second down and 12.
I mean, I don't know too many times Dan York has ended a game with under 20 total yards to begin with.
Yeah, they're in a hurting spot right now. Toss to Stack. He's going to throw it. Up top he wants Stallman. Intercepted. No, Stallman turns into the DB and breaks it up. But again, that's a trick play. And one guy, they're running the post with Stallman, and he's still double covered.
Like you said, we talked about it at halftime. They don't have too many skilled players, that threaten them because they're so a run-oriented team. Like you saw, Stallman was the only one running a route, and that just makes the job easier for.
Yeah, I mean, now obviously you can have multiple 1,000-yard rushers. That's the upside to Dan York's, but the downside or the other side of the coin would be is you don't have a lot of guys that are accustomed to playing in space. And I think that spacing defensively is generally speaking learned from playing offensively.
Yeah,
so they just don't have an opportunity. I mean, again, neither does Georgia Tech. Paul Johnson. But I mean, that's the downside to it. Timeout on the field. Dan York will take a timeout. 8:18 to go in the third. PIAA Championship football presented by Titusville Area Hospital. 49-0. TJ out in front.
Boy, that one just signed with the Sixers.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Northwestern Pennsylvania seeks legal counsel from the most trusted name in law, Dale Woodard Gent McFate Law Firm. The attorneys of Dale Woodard Gent McFate Law Firm are experienced, flexible, and centered around the best interests of their clients in regards to accidents, personal injury, wills, estates, real estate, contracts and business matters, divorce proceedings, and custody cases. Weekend and evening appointments available. The team at Dale Woodard Gent McFate is a team you can count on. For an appointment, call 432-2181. Dale Woodard Gent McFate Law Firm, serving Northwestern Pennsylvania since 1930.
Third quarter action is brought to you by Street Havers in Oil City's South Side.
All right, welcome back here to Thomas Jefferson. Third down and 12 is where the Oilers find themselves. They have it at the TJ 49, down 49-0. Stall, fullback, give to Kiefer, and not much cooking there, maybe the 48.
Kind of at this point, I know you're in a 4th and 11, 4th and 12 situation here. At this point, do you punt it?
Well, looks like
they're punting it.
Looks like they are going to punt it, and I don't know. I don't know if Oil City's punted this many times all year.
I was going to say the last 2 years, I think, put together.
As they've had here. And, again, I know that it is not a fun football game by any stretch, but I hope that at least by the time the end of the game happens, or first thing tomorrow morning, people understand how awesome it is to be here. Hansen fields it at his own 28, and he's going to get up to. See, didn't get a whole lot, ran more sideways than full. Really going to mark him out of bounds. Maybe they're going to say he's got the 33. But it's just. I know when I was in high school, we lost in the state final. Now, I'll never forget Wayne Brookhart was the head coach, and he just said, hey, it's better to have been here and lost than never been here at all.
Yeah, you couldn't have said it any better. My high school days the same way. I never really got in football to be able to get past the D10 championship because of Sharpsville, but basketball-wise, losing twice in the Final Four, one to Aliquippa, one to Beaver Falls, both went on to be state-type champs. So, it's something to hold your head high on.
All right, Pugh under center. Give to Murga over the right side. He's got 35-40 ahead of steam. They're going to get about to the 43, maybe 44-yard line. And Connor Murga continues to get yards at rather large clips. That's going to be another 13-yard gain.
Yeah, this is just a very impressive TJ offense, a very balanced with the run and the pass.
But if you look at their measurables, though, Trey, Krozik's 6'4", Brian, the left tackle, is 6'3", but it's 255, 265. Trainer, the center, 6 foot, 200 pounds.
Just technically so.
Reesinger is 6'2", 250, and Myers, 6 foot, 250. Murga across the 45. And across the 45, 46, see they're kind of pushing and shoving. See, where's they're going to give them the 47-yard line.
Hey, going back to what you're saying, I mean, this team, they're not huge.
No.
But they're just so technically sound, just very well coached. And, you got to give your hats off to Coach Chirpak, excuse me. He's like you said, built a dynasty here. He knows how to win football games with the players he has.
So Pugh turns, gives to Murga again. He's going to get across the 50 into Oil City territory. Cam Crocker on the stop for Oil City. Of course, the BP Masonry block of the game, and I sort of say this somewhat jokingly, but also somewhat seriously. We're still waiting for that to happen. I mean, this has been really impressive stuff from TJ.
Yeah, it's been a really one-sided affair since, kind of the first possession of the game, the first two possessions of the game, and they did not go Oil City's way, and it's kind of trickled down to this now.
2-by-1 ball far hash, two wide receivers to the near side. Murga bounces outside, still on his feet, across the 40, across the 30. He's going to be wrestled down about the 27-yard line. It's going to be another gain of 20.
Yeah, just a nice job by Murga, just being able to let the play develop. He saw nothing was inside, bounced it outside, was able to pick up another gain of 20.
So they're just
over 700 rushing yards for the season.
Keep coming down the mountain. And I give, Coach, I don't know when the last time Coach Chirpak was on the wrong end of one of these, but he seems to be shortening the game and working the play clock. And I would be stunned if you saw TJ throw at any point. Inside give. Is that Miller on an inside jet? I'm going to have to get the roster out. I believe that was Elias Lippincott, the freshman running back, 6'2", 208. Okay. Wow, there you go.
That's a big freshman. That's a nice frame to have as a freshman.
Yeah, how about that? Well, son, you would enjoy this running back days. Do you like DN? But anyway, second down at 4, down to the 21-yard line. TJ, 3:45 rolling clock here, up 49-0. Fullback dive across the 10, stiff arm at the goal line, pushed out of bounds by Yeager, but it will be inside the 2. I believe they're either going to mark him at the 1. Yeager saves a touchdown, but the fullback dive by Eckley, and he gets 20. Clifford Scarpett's first down, and it is a first and goal from the 1 in the Donovan and Bauer Auto Group red zone to our left.
Just TJ, just overpowering, kind of clicking on all cylinders. They have the first half, picking up here in the second half is a little fullback dive action to get them down to the 1.
So 3 minutes, third turn, give, some penetration, that time by Kiefer. No, I'm sorry, that was Stack coming off the edge. And that will bring up second down and goal. Lippincott still in there at tailback. 2:30. And they can run this thing all the way down to about 2:04 if they want. Lippincott, tailback. Pugh turns, gives to Lippincott, and he's in. 1-yard touchdown run for the freshman Elias Lippincott. 2:16 to go in the third quarter. 55-0 with the Jake Sella PAT to come. Stick around after the game. Friday Night Final presented to you by Dietz Mechanical. Don't forget, after the game, we've got the Rossbacher Insurance play of the game as Cole I don't think you can do that to the center, trying to block the extra point. Can't hurdle the center, and I think that's what the call is going to be. The PAT was good, but now the problem is that's a personal foul, I think, in high school.
30-second timeout here from Jefferson Hill.
I'm going to guess that
at least that's what I think the call was.
Oil City
All right, let's take a timeout. We'll have it back. 56-0, 2:16 to go in the third. PIAA Championship football presented by Titusville Area Hospital.
On the board. Hurling is the foul.
Leaping.
Against Oil City. Leaping. TJ leads 2:16 to play.
Coach Johnny Lee, third quarter high school football game.
Above Ames 40 line, believe I said 2:16 left to play. That's his third quarter. Sydney's TJ leading and now Assembly scoring the third. Jeanette flexing a little bit on Reynolds now, 34-6. Jayhawks for a Friday morning game.
All right, back here at Thomas Jefferson, leaping in the holiday season. In high school football, there is no Lords of Leaping the center, although he called it hurdling. I think it's called leaping, but anyway, it will be a 15-yard penalty. TJ will kick off from the Oil City 45-yard line. So, Ashbacher and Cole back deep. 2:16 to go in the third. TJ out in front, 56-0. And Graham will kick this thing down to 51. That's going to go through the back of the end zone, and Oil City will take over at their own 20.
This is just a spot for Oil City. You seniors, you're running out of time. Here's
the last
16 to go. You got 14 minutes and 16 seconds left of high school football.
And that's the thing is, you had 4 weeks where you outscored your opponents 263-0. But I think the one that would probably leave a mark is to go out not scoring a point. So I'd be curious to see what they can come up with here to get on the scoreboard. And Stahl under center. Ashbacher behind him. Ashbacher's going to get it, and he's going to get across 21, maybe even the 22-yard line. Gain of a couple on first down.
Yeah, we've kind of seen that TJ front line just kind of dominate all game long, and even up 56-0, they're still trying to put the hammer down, and they're still doing well.
I mean, they may not have guys that look the part in terms of the measurables, but they certainly do have the guys up front that play the part. Mm-hmm. And, they're just able to get there. And athletic bunch in the box, that is for sure. Turn to give to Ashbacher. Still on his feet. He's going to get 26-yard line. Gain of 4. Bring up third down and 4. Out to the 26. 107 and counting. 56-0. Thomas Jefferson will advance to take on the winner of Jersey Shore, the District 4 champion, and Lempeter Strasburg out of District 3.
I really think they missed number 44, Braden Crocker, there inside.
So Stahl throws off his back foot. He's got Yeager in the pop pass, 35-40. And he's going to be mowed down there inside. They rolled him down. What are they going to say he was initially down? Is he going to get to 25, Trey? I believe.
either 25 or the 26.
26 is where they got him. So they hit him on the pop pass in the seam, and that's the biggest play from scrimmage.
Hey, at this point, you're looking, like we said, we're looking for pride right now, and a great play by Seth Yeager. A little pop pass, a little fake. He started blocking at first, shed his man, able to get you down to the 26. And we've seen Oil City all day long, though, not be able to capitalize on the TJ side of the field.
Yeah, so the Clifford's Carpets first down to the 26. That will be the final play of the third period. We head to a break. Fourth quarter action when we come back. PIAA Championship football brought to you by Titusville Area Hospital. It's 56-0 TJ. Fourth quarter, unless we see one of the most historic comebacks in PIAA football history, this will be the final quarter. I want to thank all of our great sponsors, Friedhabers, Rosen, Varsic, and Rosen. Right back to action. Sean Stack gets it on the toss, makes a guy miss, and gets across the 25 down to the 23-yard line.
It was just a nice job by Stack, being able to make his guys miss, stuck his foot in the ground, and almost broke that one coming back. Just that ankle tackle by the secondary of TJ was able to get him.
Yeah, it's a great cut back there. And again, I thought, and that's the athleticism. That's a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's a touchdown. It's just that cutback, and they're able to contain. Stahl drops back. He wants Stallman. No, he was going to go up top to Cole. He had Stahl in the out. They ran Cole behind him with a flag, and that's going to go incomplete. They're down at 7 now. Ball at the 23-yard line. Stahl, who had been so perfect this year, really struggling. Wide receivers, not having a clean pocket. Wide receivers not able to create space. Obviously not able to set up that run. Basically thrown into double coverage because they're just playing a safety over the top because they most of the time only run guys two out in a pattern.
And that's where I was going to go. My point exactly was sometimes they're just putting themselves in that hole by only running one guy on a route.
Yeah, he's got to win.
Exactly. As a defender, you're loving that because you have two guys to help you.
All right, Stahl tosses to Stack. Stack tries to get outside, picks up a block from Crocker, and Stack's going to cut it back at the 20, and it's going to be short, but he will get to the 20, pick up 3, bring up 4th and 4.
And that was a nice job by Stack, just be able to get the edge, but you see the pursuit angles, and you see the way TJ runs to the football and puts their nose on the football. They're just very technically sound and they're just a very good football team all around.
Of course, Braden Crocker on his crutches looks on. I certainly hope that the college coaches still have interest. He is a tackling machine. And, he's obviously, it was kind of interesting when Crocker went down, one of the cool things is Stahl became the quarterback of the defense too. But, obviously Crocker was a big loss. Heavy eye here. One wide receiver tossed to Stack. Tries to get it outside. He gets the edge. No, he doesn't. And he is going to be chased down from a whole host of tacklers, led the way by Aiden Palmer, the senior safety. Jerron Van Bibber also got up there as well, but again, when you talk about that speed to the edge and the foot races that they'd won all year long, or just can't do it.
Yeah, they've ran to a team that's more athletic or just as athletic as they are, and you see games that we've done together before, you've seen Stack be able to get that edge and turn that into 15 to almost a touchdown almost every other play. But like you said, when you're running to speed and when you're running to athleticism this late into the season, that's what's going to happen.
And, of course, their discipline has been really good. You've not seen any mistakes in terms of not being at home and the like. So
24-yard line, double kite, and off to tailback, trying to bounce it home.
I have no idea who is it. Is it Lippincott still back there? It didn't look like him, did it?
No.
Is that Ryan Feth?
Brody Evans quarterbacking for the Jags now.
Brody Evans, a sophomore. Speaking of good-looking, or a freshman, 6'2", 165. They got a couple of dudes. Lippincott at 6'2", 208, and they bring in their freshman quarterback alongside their freshman running back.
Future's definitely bright.
Yeah, well, I don't know when it's not at Thomas Jefferson. Evans turns, gives Lippincott, makes a couple guys miss, keeps the legs driving. He's going to get across the 30 and 32-yard line. He gained 8, and it's going to be 3rd down and 2.
And when you see a freshman Lippincott running like that, I understand it's kind of a blowout right now. And Oil City does still have like their number ones in some of them, but you get a freshman that knows how to run downhill, you put some muscle on him over the next couple years, you got yourself a stud.
Speaking of freshmen, Kevin Pearsall, who's played marvelously, filling in for the injured Braden Crocker, that Mike Backer spot. 7:43, clock continues to roll. TJ, pretty much TJ since we got here, 56-0. Lippincott's going to get it over the right side, and the near side line judge has him short, but it will be just enough. So the Oilers here, their season will come to an end. And again, I don't want to. I think most people accuse me of being a anti-homer, but listen, I'm serious. This is something special, and it just doesn't happen. And it literally has never happened, and quite frankly, it may never happen again. Lippincott with a big hole over the left side, gets into the Oilers secondary. He's going to be chased down, gets all the way down to the 37-yard line, and that's a gain of what? 27 yards for Lippincott, another to the youngster, and he is listed at 6 foot 208.
I mean, that's nice vision by a young man who's probably hasn't got much action over this past year.
The funny thing is, Trey, Murga and Van Bieber are juniors.
Yeah,
they better enjoy this state championship run. Because I got news for you. There's a young man behind him that's probably going to be the featured back next year. Ball did come out, but it looked like TJ fell on top of it. Ryan Feth fell on top of it. 5:40, clock continues to roll. Of course, again, you, my friend, were lucky enough to have your final game actually your final game came on a basketball court, but you get to man in motion away from us. Evans toss left side, and not a whole lot there. Nice job by the Oiler defense. Stallman, Pearsall, as well as Coling on the play. But again, a lot of these kids may not even go to college, but most of them certainly are not going to play a college sport. And this is something that's literally a once in a lifetime opportunity. It just really bothers me. I hate when I see kids quit. Someday you're going to be 40 and you're going to hate yourself.
Exactly. You look back on it and you're going to have a regret that you did quit.
On the left side goes the Lippincott. He's going to get down to the 20, gain a 9. Clifford's Carpet's first down.
And, just banking off of that, like you said, high school football, high school sports in general is just such a great time, and it's just such a great time being a part of your life. And if you are able to do it, I would recommend doing it, because you make some of the greatest friends, greatest memories, and if you're lucky enough to go to the collegiate level, it gets even better, honestly. And if you're fortunate enough to, I would encourage you to go do it. I don't care if the D3 level, D2 level. I mean, everybody wants to go to the Division I level, but it's very unlikely to. But if you have that opportunity, don't regret it and not do it.
Fullback dive to Feth over the left side. He's going to get close to 10. Oh, he's going to get more than 10. Second effort, it's going to get him down to about the 8. Gain of 12. Clifford's Carpet's first down. Donovan and Bauer on the group red zone to our right. The lone loss came back on the 23rd of October. They lost to McKeesport. They being Thomas Jefferson, who are 3:19 on a rolling clock away from heading back on the turnpike. I can imagine they take the turn. There's no way they take 22. That's an awful ride, especially on a bus. But either way, they're heading to Hershey. Lippincott still on his feet, and he's going to get in.
Yeah, it's just a nice job by the freshman, man. The man runs hard, puts his foot in the ground, gets vertical, and you can't arm tackle him as a freshman. He's going to be the future back.
Oh, he's the real deal. 8-yard touchdown run, 62-0 now. TJ out in front. 8-yard scamper, 2:46 on the clock. Tim Shaw will stick around. Friday Night Final presented by Dietz Mechanical.
And I understand, TJ scores again, but people listen. I hope nobody thinks like
no. I mean, they've done their best.
5 seconds left on the clock. I mean, on the play clock, and you just can't stop it. You can't stop it. That's kind of how it's going.
Kick is no good, and that's pretty much the first miscue. That was Andy Graham, the backup place kicker. First miscue of the night for TJ. 62-0, 2:46 to go in this one. It's PIAA Championship Football presented by Titusville Area Hospital.
Since 2017, 257 Buy-Sell Trade has donated over $2,800 for Toys for Tots. And we're continuing the tradition of donating $1 for every point the Oil City Oilers score this season. Stop into our store and donate to Toys for Tots too. While you're here, see our selection of new and pre-owned merchandise, including new jewelry. 257 Buy-Sell Trade also buys gold, silver, platinum, and coins. 257 Buy-Sell Trade. Proud supporter of Toys for Tots and the Oilers. Route 257 on the Seneca Hill.
To those who love the grind, run with us on a John Deere Gator UV, because your daily routine may change, but the land stays the same. There's still ground to cover and a herd to keep in line. Out here, the work never stops. So keep going on a Gator UV with the power to forge ahead. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere Gator for more.
Visit your authorized Gator dealer, Fisher & Fowler, Route 322 next to the Cranberry Mall.
Mix 96 WKQW-FM Oil City, Fox Sports Radio 1120 WKQW Oil City, and 104.1 W281CA Oil City.
All right, back here at Thomas Jefferson, trying to do the math if this will be the last possession of the ball game. Probably will be. 2:46 to go here as TJ is ready to kick it away. Ashbacher and Cole back deep, and again, this has not been what you'd anticipated. We knew they were going to be up against it. TJ is really good. They just sort of couldn't get out of the way early.
Yeah, I mean, Oil City kind of shot themselves in the foot early. Just field position for Thomas Jefferson has just been unbelievable for them. It hasn't been a problem all night, and that kind of falls back on Oil City not being able to, special teams-wise, being able to flip the field.
Cole takes it at his 8 as he gets across the 20, gets a block across 25, and no more there. And Oil City will come out, like I said, 2:38. Most likely the final possession of the season. Dan York's run will come to a close here, or I shouldn't say that. Dan York's run will be paused until next year. Winners of 32 of the last 36 games. What, consecutive undefeated regular seasons?
Yeah, it's just an impressive stat line.
3 District 10 championships in a row. Again, I say what you want. You know, this has been a historically good Oil City team and a historically good 3-year stretch. Give over the right side is Stack as he's looking for some real estate. He's going to get out to about 28-yard line. And of course, Cam Russell hasn't played in weeks at this point. He had such a great regular season.
That's kind of tough for them. I mean, having him is another weapon to their arsenal that they could use, and also having Braden Crocker not being on the defensive end and fullback wise, it's tough to see. Just because having them would definitely be helpful, but in this type of situation, it's what can you do?
Stack. He's going to throw it to Cole. He's got Cole and just overthrew. Had a step on the corner. Second time they've looked up for that play, and that would have been 6. Good throw by Stack, by the way. That was a dime and on a rope.
It was, and that was just a nice throw by him, just a little, just outside the fingertips of Cole.
So TJ, last 60 seconds here, Oil City will come up short, and again, a marvelous year. Sean Stack's 53-yard interception return is the Ross Becker Insurance play of the game. And it has been a year and certainly a frustrating outcome tonight, but nonetheless, it's better to have been here and lost than never have been here at all.
Yeah, I completely agree. You got to tip your hats to these seniors of everything they've accomplished over their high school career. And what more can you say? You've won 3 District 10 titles in a row. You've won 32 of the last 36 football games you've played. Like you said, you made it to the Western Finals.
Yeah.
Nothing bad to hold your hat on at all. And for them seniors, my heart goes out to you guys because it's tough.
Final play, they go up top. Stallman makes the catch, but I think he's going to be out of bounds, and that's how the game ends. And Thomas Jefferson advances. I didn't anticipate the play. The one thing that I wish I would